All right, man, let's go ahead and start. Welcome, y'all, to the Five Star Podcast. I am your host, Jay, and I'm here with my co hosts, Armand and Angel. And today we have another guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
All right, man. My name's Avion. In a past episode, Cash said that Undertaker is not in his top five. He shouted out to Armand's homeboy. I'm the homeboy. Okay, I've been hearing a lot of Undertaker slander, and I'm gonna let you know right now. Undertaker been that guy, will forever be that guy. The best there was, the best there is, and the best that there ever will be. Okay, but yeah,
What? What?
that's the intro for me.
But we gonna save that. We
Uh,
gonna save
yeah,
that
we gonna say that.
conversation for after
Yeah,
the booking, after rebooking, because it's about to be an interesting show for real.
yeah. So we gonna kick it off first with our rebook, and this is a rebook that we've been sitting on for about damn near 2 months now. Honestly, we are doing a rebooking on WWE No Mercy 2003. Um, Let me go ahead and give a little background on this event for people who may not know. Um, so yes, WWE No Mercy 2003 took place October 19th, 2003 at the Mariner Arena in Baltimore.
Hmm.
Whatever. As y'all know, we just sit here, we kind of shape the card into our liking and how we would book the show if we ran it. The original card for this event was pretty fucking bad. um, you have Tajiri versus Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight Championship, Chris Benoit versus A Train, Zach Gowen versus Matt Hardy, the Basham Brothers versus the APA, Mr. McMahon versus Stephanie McMahon in the I Quit Loser Gets Fired match, Kurt Angle versus John Cena, Big Show versus Eddie Guerrero, and Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker in a biker chain match. Um, yeah, this card is all over the place. This card honestly sounds like something that you would create on Here Comes the Pain when you bored. Uh, but this is what they were putting on in
Nice.
'03. But we are going to start it off with Armand. Armand, go ahead with your rebooking. Remember the rules are you can only use wrestlers that were on the active roster. And since this was a brand split pay-per-view, we are only using SmackDown wrestlers from the year 2003. Um, you should have 8 matches in total, but I think Armand said he kept a pre-show match, which is optional. Um, and yep, there we go. So let's go with Armand's rebooking of No
All right,
Mercy
y'all.
03.
Your boy AJM here about to spit that fire like always. Come on, let's get it. All right, for my rebooking, we got the pre-show. You got Billy Kidman versus Shayna Moore. I got them doing a tables match, and I got Billy Kidman going over. By the way, I'm gonna make this nice, quick, and sweet, so we get onto the conversation. I'm really excited to hear what y'all gotta talk about. And all right, for the first opening show, we got Tajiri versus Ray. I'm gonna just keep it regular, but I'm gonna have Tajiri retain the Cruiserweight Championship belt. Then the next match, I got Chris Benoit versus A Train versus Edge versus Mark Henry, and I got Edge going over, and I have him pinning A Train. I feel like that would be a
Oh,
freaking
shit.
fire match to see. All right,
Okay.
third, Zach Gowen versus Matt Hardy. It's gonna be a squash match. It's gonna be nice, easy finish, quick, simple, get out the way. I got Matt Hardy getting the dub, but after the match, after the bell ring, I got Matt Hardy grabbing the chair, hit him in the head, chair shot to the head. Got Zach Gowen laying down, put the chair on the mat, pick Zach Gowen back up. Yeah, I'm doing him dirty. And hit him with the twist of fate on top of the chair while this nigga is bleeding. Bloody, I like my blood. Then I got Matt Hardy killing him with his, signature leg drop from the top of the turnbuckle. Boom. And I have him taking his leg too. And we're gonna go home.
What the fuck?
Damn, Tony Khan booked this.
Akon booked this. Akon booked this. I'm Akon.
Akon is crazy.
All right. The tag team match. So I changed it up a little bit. You got the Bashing Brothers still. You got APA, but I also added just a throw together tag team. So I put Shelton Benjamin and Orlando Brown on the match, and I have it a tornado tag match.
Okay.
I know y'all fuck with that. Stop playing.
You mean
And I got
Orlando Jordan?
and Shelton Benjamin tag team, but I have APA getting the dub. Bradshaw for Root, can't go wrong with it. Next, the bullshit match that I personally don't like. Mr. McMahon versus Stephanie, I Quit match, right? So you know how they had Sable and Linda McMahon came out? So, all right, I'm gonna just fast forward, fuck it. I got Stephanie McMahon getting the dub, but the only way she got the dub was from the help of Tori Wilson and The Rock. Shoot me. I'm just trying to make it interesting, y'all. The show is already bad. The show is already bad. So I'm trying to make it interesting. I got The Rock coming out here, my boy, with the people's elbow on the rock bottom, and I got Tori Wilson and Linda McMahon taking care of what's her name? What's her name? Sable. Got her taking care of her. Get her out the way. Cause what did Linda like throw in a towel or some shit like that?
Yeah.
In the
so,
towel.
yeah, so I was like, just give somebody a dub here. So I gave Stephanie McMahon a dub, and she's very underrated. She was actually a good SmackDown GM, in my opinion. And okay, so for the next one, you got the Kurt Angle and John Cena match. I have that in a submission match. I got Kurt Angle getting that dub. Can't go wrong with it. I think that was like John Cena early years of wrestling too. So, well, in WWE, I wasn't gonna give him that push already. Then you got Big Show versus Eddie in the United States Championship belt, but I have it in a steel cage match. So, like I said, I'm low key Tony Khan a little bit. I'm crazy with my little matches. So I got my boy bringing in the table inside the ring. Big Show brought a table inside the ring. Hear me out. Brought a table, got the chairs and everything. But how the way Eddie got the dub, he hit Big Show, chair shot to the head, bleeding. You know I like my blood. Got my boy, put Big Show on the table. I feel like Avion knows I'm about to go with this. My boy Eddie about to climb up the top of the steel cage, and he about to do a frog splash off the steel cage on top of Big Show. 1, 2, 3. Eddie got the dub for United States Championship belt. And I think Big Show actually won that match originally. And I wasn't rocking with it. I was with the crowd on that one. I'm not a big fan when it comes to Giants. So obviously I'm gonna put my boy Eddie over. Especially Big Show. I don't really rock with Big Show. And for my main event, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Now what's that bullshit ass match they had? The
biker chain match.
biker chain match? I'm not doing that. We gonna do a buried alive match. Fuck it. And I got my boy Undertaker. He gonna hit my boy with the last ride inside the pit. Bury that nigga, and we going home. We taking the belt home. Wait. I got The Rock coming back out, going face to face with the Undertaker, and we gonna end the show just like that. Boom, book it. Hello. Clock it.
I ain't doing that.
No homo. Clock it.
All right.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. All right,
told
Angel, let's see what you got.
All right, bet. So I don't really got no like story endings. I'm gonna just let you know this right now because I don't even know what the hell was going on back then, especially with this card. It doesn't really help. So first off, I basically mixed like the pre-show match. What was it? The Sunday Night Heat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mixed the competitors from there into the competitors of Tajiri and Rey Mysterio. So it's Tajiri, Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, Shannon Moore in a fatal 4-way.
Fire.
Just put out a banger match. You feel me?
That's a good opening.
And but I got Tajiri winning at the end because Tajiri was a valid cruiserweight champion. So I'm gonna give it to him. So for the next match, it was originally Chris Benoit versus A-Train. I made it Chris Benoit versus A-Train versus Shelton Benjamin. And then you have Shelton Benjamin showing him, himself to the fans, you feel me? Like cuz this was 03, right? He wasn't really like doing anything at that point. So You know, just have him doing what he's got to do, but have Chris Benoit win, of course. You know, this is leading up to him, you know, doing the world heavyweight title and all that. So, next, I took Zach Gowen out. Why are you like Why are you doing this to Zach Gowen, bro? Like, what's your beef with Zach Gowen?
I'm low key
Like,
evil, bro. I'm low key
why are you
evil.
murdering that man in your booking? Like, I took him out the match. Like,
He wanted to be on the match. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah. So I made it Matt Hardy versus Rhino in
That's,
a hardcore match,
I
that's
like
fire.
and I got Rhino winning the match.
that.
All
Yep.
right. So this is another thing. Looking at the roster of '03 SmackDown, there was an inexistent like tag team division. Like
Mhm.
there literally was just the Bashams
No,
and
facts.
APA. There was like no other tag teams. So I kept it APA versus the Bashams, but I put it in a bar fight. Like you know how they be doing them
Ooh.
little like,
Yo,
you know,
that's fire.
especially with APA. So I've made it a bar fight. APA wins, of course, you know.
Fire.
Next, I'm not gonna lie, I'm keeping that whole Mr. McMahon and Stephanie thing the same. That's cinema, and that's something that you can only get with Vince McMahon booking. So I'm keeping it. I'm
That's
sorry.
valid.
It might be controversial, but I don't care. That's entertainment, bro. All right, so next, I got John Cena entering in the US belt uh match. So it's gonna be John Cena versus Kurt versus Eddie.
Mm.
Mm.
Just a regular match, you know. And I'm gonna have Eddie winning at the end.
Okay.
I think that's what happened in the original booking.
Yeah.
So next, I have Big Show versus Edge, and the same thing with Shawn Benjamin. This is like Edge, like not really like in his prime yet or anything. So I want to have him beat Big Show, you know, just to show off his stuff, you know.
That's facts.
Then the main event, I kept Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker, but I put him in a Hell in a Cell match,
Mm.
and I'm gonna have Brock winning, just like how. Sorry, I'm having Brock winning, just like how it was in the original, and you feel me? Have Brock Lesnar like F5 my son Undertaker through the through the cell.
Yeah.
I like
And
that
yeah,
shit.
there you go. There goes my rebooking.
These men are
That's a
disrespecting
bet.
you,
That's a
bro.
bet. That's a bet. All right. All right. I'm gonna go ahead with mine. Mine is because I watched a lot of '03 SmackDown, so I guess compared to y'all, I know more so like what was happening at the time, like what some of the storylines, I guess. But I did do exactly what Angel did with the first match. I did Tajiri versus Ray versus oh no. Yeah, Tajiri versus Ray versus Billy versus Shannon for the Cruiserweight Championship. And yeah, I got Tajiri winning that one too. I got Tajiri retaining because yeah, Tajiri it's Tajiri, bro. Like he was a good ass mid carder. Like
You sure was.
I don't
Facts.
see why
Yep.
not have him win. I kept Chris Benoit versus A Train in an ultimate submission match. Let him go 20 minutes. Um, I think that'd be a pretty solid match. I did because I love Sean O'Hare. Sean O'Hare versus Edge. I think that's a nice little, you know, little something match. Let them go maybe 10 minutes. Let them showcase their talents. Let Edge win, let Edge get the win. But, give Sean a little rub, bro. Like I feel like they should have did something better with Sean at that time when he was there. RIP to Sean O'Hare too, man.
RP Sean.
Facts.
Um
Facts.
y'all, both of y'all skipped over a team that was still active during this time. Cause y'all both split up one of the team members in both of y'all rebookings. I got APA versus Team Angle. Bro, Team Angle was still around, y'all.
Damn, I did
That's a
not see
cold
Charlie
match.
Haas's
If
name.
Yeah, I
Shelton,
didn't see
look,
that.
if Shelton was on if Shelton is on the SmackDown roster in '03 or '02, that's Team Angle. Every time.
That's
It's
true.
not
That's true.
until Shelton goes to Raw is when they break up.
Yep.
But yes, I got APA versus Team Angle for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Team Angle retaining. Um,
fire.
I altered the Stephanie and Vince match at the time. The Undertaker was helping Stephanie a lot whenever Vince was doing shit to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I put Mr. McMahon and Sable versus Stephanie McMahon and the Undertaker in a mixed tag team match.
That's fire.
But I'm still gonna have Mr. McMahon and Sable win because due to storyline, Stephanie gets fired regardless. So just keep up with the storyline, I guess. Kurt versus John, regular one-on-one match. This is like only year 2 John, so it's like I'm gonna give Kurt the win right now. John still needs need a little time. I left Big Show and Eddie for the U.S. Championship the same. I'm gonna have Eddie win though. For the main event, this kind of crazy, but this man had mad steez at the time. So if you go back to 03, hearing this matchup really don't sound crazy because they went against each other before, but not for the championship. I got Brock Lesnar versus Matt Hardy with Shannon Moore and Crash Holly in his corner in a no disqualification match for the WWE Championship. Brock is obviously going to win, but it's going to be a bunch of bullshit with Crash and Shannon trying to fuck over Brock. I'm envisioning like a spot where Brock F5 both of them niggas on his shoulder. He got Shannon and Crash on his shoulder, and he just like do a double F5, throw them over the top rope or some shit like that. Like crazy spots like that. I want there to be like a lot of moments where like it seemed like Matt gonna win, but it's like hell no, like it's just not gonna happen. So yeah, I feel like that would be a nice little closer, to be honest. Like a nice little go home, like crazy match. Like I think that would be nice. And plus, it's Matter to Matt Hardy, bro. You know that shit gonna be funny and fire as hell. So
I have a question.
Yeah,
Where's the Undertaker in that booking?
I told you he's in the mixed tag team with Stephanie
Oh,
and Sable
yeah.
and Vince. Yeah. So
That's fire.
because I just feel like at that time I feel like that biker match with Brock was unnecessary. And plus, they went against each other at the previous year No Mercy in the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
So it's like having them going against each other again at another No Mercy in a less interesting match is kind of like I don't really.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, but yeah, I think that was solid rebookings, y'all. We're gonna put up a poll and we'll have people vote on which rebooking they like the most.
My man's got one too. Let my man's do one.
Oh shit, you came up with one?
I got one for you.
All right, go ahead.
So this rebooking, I didn't add anyone from the roster. I added the whole rebooking that I have is from the match card. Everyone that was on the match card. So with the first match, I have Shannon Moore. I kept it regular. Shannon Moore versus Billy Kidman. I tweaked it a little to a table match where Billy Kidman ends up winning and he does a shooting star press onto Shannon Moore through the table to start off the show.
He knows ball.
Now, the second match that I have A-Train and the Big Show versus the APA Protection in a tornado tag match. I feel like with APA, the way how they are and the way how they've always been, they've been more of, throw hands on site anytime, protecting anybody who's willing to pay. Then you have A-Train and Big Show, two big guys, not scared of nobody, ready to go at any time. So why have them in a normal tag and wait for the tag when they can just brawl out? I have that ending in a draw where they get counted out because they just keep fighting all across ringside. The third match that I have, now hear me out. Doug and Danny Basham versus Zach Gowen with Sable. Now it's a handicap match. Now I know what you're thinking. But think of it this way: Zach Gowen, he got a leg up on the competition. You feel me? He got his leg up on the competition. So I have Zach Gowen going over because Sable distracted the Basham brothers with her, Sableness, to keep it respectful, Sableness. And then Zach Gowen ends up winning by a roll up. 1, 2, 3. A victory roll to be exact.
Hello.
You're giving Zach Gowen his, the
Yeah.
respect he needs,
He needs, because all the stuff he's endured with Brock Lesnar, he didn't have to do that to Zach. He didn't have to.
Yeah. See, I already like your booking better because this man Armand is trying to kill him.
Yeah, Armand's tweaking. I don't know what the hell Armand.
I'm giving Zach a chance, bro. I'm giving him a chance because he's able to do all the stuff he did with one leg. He did a Hurricanrana with one leg. He hopped to the ring. He hopped out the ring. He sold with one leg. Yeah. He endured all of Brock's "here comes the painness" with one leg. And he was a great seller. I feel like he doesn't get the flowers he deserved because all the stuff he endured.
True.
The next match that I have for the Cruiserweight Championship, I have Matt Hardy versus Rey Mysterio. They always put on a classic. They always put on a banger. They've been wrestling before. Plus, it's a WrestleMania. I don't want to say rematch because I may get the WrestleMania date wrong, but they ended up fighting at a WrestleMania before, and the match was a banger. They had about 10 minutes, but they did what they had to do.
It was that year, 19.
It was. I have Rey Mysterio going over. The other match that I have, now this is one of my favorite matches that I have on here. I have Tajiri versus Kurt Angle in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Whoa. That's a banger right there. I ain't gonna.
That's a banger.
That is a banger.
I had to make it a 2 out of 3 match because we know what Tajiri can do. We know what Kurt Angle could do. Mm-hmm. Tajiri does not get the flowers that he deserves for putting it on for the Japanese wrestling, bringing it to the WWE and showcasing what it is, and plus the shoot style wrestling. Mm-hmm. So a shoot style Tajiri to a shoot style Kurt Angle, I feel like that would be like a really great combination. I have Kurt Angle winning it though.
Fire.
The next match that I have Vince McMahon versus John Cena with Stephanie McMahon. Now, there's storylines where I was following the storyline a little bit because I remember, but at the same time, I was just booking it to how I would book it and making my own storylines in my head. So I was thinking, okay, Vince McMahon versus Poster Boy, or future Poster Boy, I should say. And Stephanie McMahon turns on John Cena because she's in his corner, and then the McMahon family reunites with Linda in the background. So I felt like that would be cool, and plus that would give John Cena a boost and further into his thugonomics gimmick.
No ball.
There's another match. This match right here, one of my favorites. I have Chris Benoit versus Brock Lesnar in a submission match.
Damn, all right.
That's fire.
So we know Chris Benoit, we know how he is. And all the stuff he did, separate that from the wrestling side. But him versus Brock Lesnar, they only had one match together. And in that match that they had together, the referee was knocked out. Chris Benoit tapped out Brock Lesnar. But when the referee was up, Brock Lesnar made Chris Benoit pass out. So what would happen if it's a regular submission match? No BS, none of that funny shit. Straight up submission match. Kimura lock / Brock lock versus the crippler crossface / sharpshooter. I'm thinking they'll put on a banger of a match to the point that they'll forget it's a submission match. I feel like they'll put on an amazing match. Hey. It's one of those things that we didn't get to see often, For my last match, this is the main event. Now you see how I didn't mention the Undertaker yet, right? Undertaker versus Eddie Guerrero in a title for title last man standing match.
Ooh.
That would be crazy.
Who you got going over? I'm
that's my question. That's my question.
I'm intrigued. Yeah. Who you got going over?
Who I got going over, huh?
Eddie Guerrero?
Not Eddie.
What?
No, I got the Undertaker going over, but Eddie Guerrero and Undertaker, they end up fighting for 35 minutes. Eddie Guerrero versus the Undertaker, they never had a one-on-one match, but there was a glimpse of what you can see Eddie Guerrero versus Undertaker when it was Armageddon. I want to say 2004 or 5,
I think it was
maybe
4.
4.
I think it was 4.
It was Armageddon. It was Eddie Guerrero versus Booker T versus Undertaker versus JBL.
Mm-hmm.
From that fatal 4-way match, we seen probably like 3/4 into the match, we seen Undertaker versus Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero hit 2 frog splashes, and Undertaker kicked out at 2 and did the Deadman rise. Off of that, I feel like the emotion that they both can have, because we know how Eddie can work a crowd, and Undertaker is, the GOAT. So them two together, they can just combine, make magic. Undertaker defeats Eddie Guerrero by a tombstone at the top of the at the entrance ramp. At the top of the entrance ramp,
Fire.
tombstone right into the steel. Eddie Guerrero does not move, not one muscle. Down for the 10 count. Undertaker becomes a double champion and becomes, for the first time in his career, the United States champion as well. So he's a true undisputed champion,
Fire.
and that's not working.
Okay.
W booking.
All right.
That was
So
W
we're gonna put
booking. Yeah.
My
we'll
man's no
we'll put
ball,
up
yo.
yeah, I see. Yeah, we're gonna put up the poll for all 4 of ours, and we'll announce the winner on episode 9. That was pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Thank you.
Undertaker, the American badass, beat him so bad that one more time he'll raise up. Rest in peace.
Like we said in the previous 2 episodes, we have a guest on, and we let our guests ask us 3 quick questions, wrestling related, and we will answer them truthfully. So why don't you go ahead and give us 3 questions, and we'll give you some responses to them.
All right, bet. First one is for Cash. Now you know I was coming for you. It's been a while, okay? I want to hear what is wrong with the Undertaker. What, where is Undertaker in your like top 5, top 10? I know he's not in your top 5, but top 10, top 20. If you put an Undertaker past 30, I'm willing to debate on how Undertaker's greatness wouldn't be. Undertaker has put on basically our favorites and basically been putting people over. Like without the Undertaker, they wouldn't be who they were today. But my question is, where do you place Undertaker in your favorite wrestlers of all time?
I'd say, well, this is the thing though, and I feel like people get confused on my stance on Undertaker. I'm in no means saying that the Undertaker does not deserve his recognition, his flowers, his Hall of Fame legacy. I'm not saying that at all. He is a Hall of Fame wrestler. When I was a kid, I liked the Undertaker, but it's once I became a teenager and a grown man, and I went back and watched those matches, I realized that I'm just not a fan of big men wrestlers. Like the tall wrestlers that like to do corner offense and they're so limited to a certain move set. Like I'm not a fan of that type of sluggish wrestling style. So when I go back and see Undertaker matches, it's like that shit. That's not, my brain isn't attracted to that anymore. Like I grew up liking more of like the strong style, New Japan style, and the Daniel Bryans, the Chris Benoits, the Bret Harts. Like I grew up more into that. So as far as where Undertaker ranks in my top list, I'd say he's probably top 30, but he's not in the top 20, and he's not in the top 15, and he's not in the top 10. And and I say that because for me personally, when I think of Undertaker, to me, the Undertaker is the man that was putting on those matches at the tail end of his career. Shawn Michaels back to back, Triple H back to back, even CM Punk prior to that. Those WrestleMania bangers. To me, that's Undertaker. To me, that's like the shit I want to see because that's good quality wrestling. But all that shit prior to that, like I'll give respect to the ministry. The ministry shit was cool. It's for the image. But in ring, ministry Undertaker was not good. He wasn't because he was injured. For majority of the time, he was in the ministry injured. That's why we saw more promos and backstage shit and skits. It's because he was injured. He had a groin injury. American Badass, I like American Badass, but in ring, it was just the same shit from the ministry, the same moveset, the same everything. So it's like if I'm already not fucking with that, I'm not gonna fuck with this. But for the gimmick, for the shit that he's portraying, the character he's playing, top tier shit. He a top god. Like he's gonna get that pop because of his gimmick. And shit like that is hard. It's not easy getting over with the crowd. So I'm gonna give him his flowers for his gimmick for sure. But it's just I always critique the in-ring shit. The in-ring shit was always my problem. So like I'll be trolling sometimes, I'll be bullshitting, like I'll be getting on his ass. But at the end of the day, like it's the wrestling quality to me. But as a character, he will forever be a legendary great. And my list, my top 30, 50 list is based off wrestlers off of more so in-ring compared to a gimmick. You see what I'm saying? So for all the people that think I hate Undertaker, now you see what I'm saying. It's not just a hate the man just because. It's because I'm critiquing the wrestling skill, not so much the character he's portraying. That's all.
That was a good.
See,
That was a good
yeah,
reason.
I respect that because at first I was thinking like, oh, you think Undertaker is just trash or Undertaker is just ain't shit. Like I had the mindset. I'm like, how can you not like the Undertaker? Like as a WWE fan, it's like there's certain wrestlers where it's like, okay, you cannot like unlike them or like you can't like them.
Like
You know
who?
what I'm saying? Like I feel like if there's a wrestler like that is hard to like or you grow to like that person, like John Cena. John Cena is one of those ones where it's like you either hate him and then you like him, or you like him and then hate him. But at one point in his career, you liked him. There's
Yeah,
like,
that's Armand, the biggest John Cena hater I've ever seen.
Like Anonymous was the
yeah,
best
You a
gimmick,
John
bro.
Cena hater?
you know,
Tell him.
him here, bro. Him when John Cena won at WrestleMania, he beat Cody Rhodes. I called him. He was pissed. Then when he
Really?
started going on his run, he started being like, "Oh yeah, John Cena, yeah, John Cena, John Cena." No,
Oh,
wait a
he's
minute,
Mm,
calling him
bro.
out. Wait, hold up. He's calling
Come
him
mm.
out.
on.
Hold on. Wait
I'm
a
like,
minute.
what?
Wait a minute.
But the
Come
thing
on.
is, I
Y'all
know
know I
he be
like my heat.
trolling though.
I do be trolling.
So I don't know. He was trolling for real. I'm like, hey, come on, this John Cena. I wanted to say another wrestler, Chris Jericho. Me personally, I grew up hating Chris Jericho. I did not like Chris Jericho at all. I'm like, he is so trash, especially in 2009, 2010,
Mm.
2010 with
You weren't fucking
Jared
with
Show.
the Jericho was trash, but you weren't fucking with his No Country for Old Man gimmick. You
No,
weren't fucking with it?
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with Chris Jericho at all.
Damn.
But Armand had to tell me like, okay, Y2J, like look at Y2J and then just study Y2J and then the rest is like, okay, you can feel how you feel. But Y2J and that time period of who he was and his character, I was like, okay, I'll do that. When I started studying Y2J, I ended up liking um his like 2004 run of how he was. Like and just like the the new millennium and that match he had with Shawn Michaels back in WrestleMania 21.
Bro,
I was like, okay, I see why people like Chris Jericho. I see it now.
he beat Stone Cold and The Rock, I think, in one night. He got both belts. Like
Yeah,
that's
literally.
fucking goated. Like you can't fucking hate the man for that.
Yeah, but was it clean?
He took
Hey,
his girl.
record books say it's clean, man. Record books
Man,
don't count run-ins.
Yeah.
man, that's
Come on,
sick.
No exceptions. There's
come on,
no
bro.
exceptions.
A dub is a dub. That's all I
But I
say.
understand.
Yeah.
You know, and after that response you had, Cash, I kid you not, I was thinking about all the shit. I'm like, I've been doing my research. I was ready to come for your head, bro, about Undertaker. I was ready. And then I hear the great response that you had, and now I'm like, well, damn. I'm
Yeah, bro.
like,
It's no like legitimate. Hey, I don't have anything legitimate to sit here and just be like, oh fuck, dude, forever, nothing like that. I mean, we can talk about the man who played the character all day, and we can talk about how much I don't fuck with that, but we ain't got to get into that. But I don't think there's actually any wrestler that I would sit here and just be like consistently like shitting on for no reason, just because.
mm,
Oh, I lied. There's one. There's one, but
Eddie
I don't
Kingston.
want to. Huh?
Eddie Kingston.
The man's
Nah, I'm
dead.
not.
Oh,
I'm not too familiar with Eddie Kingston.
there's no need
Okay.
to.
There is no need to.
Go yourself.
Too much time on that. I'll
love
let
the
you ask
game.
your second question. Your second question.
All right. Second question is, let's see. I'm only gonna do Undertaker related questions because, as I said, I've been studying Undertaker. I've been studying this shit, and I'm like,
Mm.
damn, I ain't got nothing to go off on. Um, Angel Armand, where do you place the Undertaker in your greatest of all time?
Greatest of all time. That's low key tough. He might be in my top 20. If we talking about just strictly WWE, he probably number 10 spot for me. But if we talking about like all around wrestling, he's probably like top 15 in my top 20 at least. He's not under top 20, under the 20 ball. He's yeah.
I would have to do some research. I haven't really compiled a list, but I think like what Armand said, I think if he's in the top 10, he's 10. If not, he's definitely top 15 for me. I mean, and I think we've discussed this before, like I just always found Kane more
Mm-hmm.
interesting than the Undertaker, like especially, with the mask Kane. Obviously not like corporate Kane or stuff,
No.
but like I do mess with like the mask Kane. Like as a kid, I remember I had like the figure and I like
Mm-hmm.
always thought that like the mask Kane was like such a fire like gimmick. Like no pun intended, like it really was. Like uh I mean, partially like I fuck with red, as you can see, like I love the color red, so I think that's why I resonate with him more too. But
Mm.
yeah, nah, I'll definitely put Kane in my top 10 though. I think he might be 10 actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, just like cause Kane, like I remember I told you Avion when we on the game, bro had his little brother came out of nowhere, did not say a single word, bro. Just came out, fucking whole screen went dark. Now you see red. You got Paul Bear on the side, entering the Hell in a Cell. Bro was not talking, dripped out all red, and he had the best theme song too. And I like his choke slam better, and I like his tombstone better than personally, because I think he does like a little spin with his tombstone. I think in the earlier
Mm.
days, in the earlier days.
The thing is though, like his debut also is just very iconic.
Yeah,
Like
like that's
a lot of
fire.
people think about that whole thing. He like got into the cage, took off the cell door, like
Mhm.
that was tough. That was tough. They set him up nice with that. But Undertaker, yeah, I'll put him in my top 15 for
He's
sure.
he's only in my top 15 because he put over Jeff Hardy in that ladder match.
Yep.
hmm He
Okay.
the fact that he respected Jeff Hardy for what he did in that match, fire, bro. I was like,
My last question, and it's because I found out some information off screen about how you guys feel about the Usos, you know.
Okay.
And I think Cash, you know what I'm finna ask because I said it's all Undertaker related questions. Because I'm not saying I'm an Undertaker super fan, but he's been in my life. My mom likes Undertaker. My brother, rest in peace, he loved Undertaker. Every time I played video games, Undertaker has always been Undertaker. Even when I thought about another wrestler that could be my favorite, like AJ Styles, RVD, it goes right back to Undertaker. So I want to ask, and I want y'all to be serious about this. Can the Usos beat the Brothers of Destruction in their prime?
Hell no.
fuck no.
Nah, they can't. They can't. They
Okay.
can't. They can't.
Okay. Because
They'll give him a good match. but
I
you
don't know
know,
if their super kicks can get up that high.
Nah,
If I'm being
but
honest.
if the Structure not giving him a good match, the Usos not giving
And
him a
then
good
we're
match.
clicking elbows.
All
mm-mm.
right, but this is my question. Do you think that the Young Bucks can beat the Brothers Destruction in their prime?
They put
No.
on better match than the Usos. I'll tell you that.
They're
They'll put a
getting,
better
They
match.
put
yo,
a they put up
Undertaker
a
is
better match.
taking Nick Jackson and
I'm sorry. I'm so glad you brought up the Usos,
So-
bro. No, let me cook, bro, because I'm tired of the Young Bucks slander, bro. Because the Young Bucks is really one of the greatest tag teams of all time. If you really think about it, they for sure better than the Usos. Don't get me wrong. The Usos are good. They decent. They just great storytellers. That's it. When it comes to in ring, you seeing the same moves every 10 seconds, bro. Did y'all not see what happened at WrestleMania 40? Can we talk about that? Same shit for like 10 minutes. We was there
Ooh.
live, bro. Let's
Who
talk
was there
about
live?
it. We was there live. Me and this nigga saw the Young Bucks at AEW at the Forum, bro.
Yeah.
With Kenny Omega. They putting niggas through tables, bro. You can't hate the Young Bucks, bro. Did you not see what they did against the Hardys in Ring of Honor, New Japan, like etc., bro, in TNA, bro? Let's talk about it. The Usos is not in the fucking Young Bucks caliber, bro. Young Bucks is
It's the
far up
passion. It's the
ahead.
are.
passion in his voice, bro.
Bro, because I'm tired of the
The
Young Bucks slander. I get it, ain't AEW. What the fuck it do? I don't give a fuck. But like I said, when it comes to the in-ring product, that's all that really matters. Storytelling, cool, that's a plus. But when it comes to in-ring, if you can't fucking wrestle, then what's the point of me liking you, bro? Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I mean, the Usos are very one-dimensional ever since they debuted. I mean, their moveset has been pretty much the same. I mean,
They have not elevated.
but as far as like, I like the whole Uso Penitentiary thing, like the gimmick. The gimmick was cool, the Uso Penitentiary stuff, but as far as like them being like solo main eventers and shit and all of that, I don't think they're there yet. And I'm pretty sure it's too late because they like in their late 30s. So it's
Yeah.
like I think it's
Element,
just cool. Just stay where y'all at. Stay in the mid card. Stay a tag team.
please.
Not everybody has to be a main eventer world champion. Like not
Yeah.
everybody. There's a
Mhm.
mid card for a reason. So I mean, just stay where y'all at, man.
But
Just
this is
stay
my
there.
thing though. Like we're going back. Let's go back to the Young Bucks because listen, the Young Bucks, yes, they're great wrestlers, but their characters is just terrible, bro. They're not entertaining, bro. Like they really aren't. They relied on the Bullet Club initially to get all their fame. And then once they became famous, they've been having these like little BS. Like the only thing I fucked with recently is like where they took away all their money and like they was like trolling them with
That
the
was
video
funny.
graphics and all that. That's tough, but like what else besides the Bullet Club like gimmick? What were they doing before that in TNA? They was nothing, bro. It was nothing. And I'll never forgive the Young Bucks for ruining the super kick. I'm sorry. That super kick party that they did in ROH was the worst thing for professional wrestling. I'm gonna just say that
I feel like the
because
Usos started off first.
they really ruined the super kick with that. And I
I'll
understand
have
other people
to
do use the super kick. A lot of people do, but that was the worst thing that they ever done. Watch it. Like that's a terrible thing. You literally made the super kick look like a punch at that point.
But it's
Mm.
like,
I'll have to second that because the Usos ran with that shit too, and it just made it 10 times worse.
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. All right,
But
but they're the
No.
ones that
To,
ruined it initially, is what I'm
to,
saying.
but
to
what I'm
touch on what you said, there was a match that made me respect the Young Bucks because at the time they were Generation Me and TNA, and it was Generation Me versus the Motor City Machine Guns.
thank
And when
you.
I seen that match when I was younger, I said, "Whoa, who are these brothers? Like who are they? Like who are they?" And the stuff that they were doing, magical. They made magic in that ring. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as a WWE fanatic, I love WWE, but the Usos has never made me say, "Damn, they made magic in the ring," because they only do a Samoan drop, a super kick, a Samoan splash, and now they incorporating spears.
Yep.
And it's like it's gonna get to a point where they incorporate Roman's moveset entirely.
Mm-hmm.
and the Usos, they've beefed with the New Day. I mean, I'm not really much of a fan of the New Day. I don't want no bootios. I never liked bootios. You know, black male representation. I don't want Big E shaking ass at the entrance ramp. Like that's your opponent.
I
And
told him that.
I'm a firm believer of great tag teams have great rivals. You know what I'm saying? It's like who would be the Usos rivals? Like who would represent a rival, a true rival to the Usos? Turn to the side, the New Day, shaking ass with the bootios.
Throwing pancakes at the
Listen,
crowd.
this is what I'm gonna say though, because you did say that you've never like watched the Usos match and said like, wow, they created magic. Yes, there's one match I can say, but it relies heavily on like the stipulation, and that is the match that they had with the New Day in the Hell in a Cell match. That was a good match, and I remember watching it live, and they did have a banger match. I can't lie, but you are right. The Usos, they don't really. If you're comparing them to the Young Bucks, obviously their ring ability is not up to par at all. But what helps them is that they can actually have a character that people care about. I'm sorry, but they have no aura, the Young Bucks. They don't. They're good wrestlers. If you watch them, sure, they're cool. But like, let's say you're just somebody getting into it, you know? What makes somebody be like, oh, like these people have like a great character, you feel me? They're just brothers. It's not like the Hardys. The Hardys, yeah, they're brothers, but they're both individually great characters on their own.
To piggyback off what you're saying, I agree because see now with the Young Bucks, as I said, Generation Me, Young Bucks, totally different, evolved Generation Me. You know, I never heard anything about the Young Bucks promo skills. And I feel like the Usos can maybe. I don't really watch AEW as much as Armand or as much as an average AEW watcher, but I don't think that the Young Bucks can cut a good enough promo as the Usos.
Hell no.
But wrestling ability, the Young Bucks are better than the Usos.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But you need a mix of both, though. Look at how many people have been great wrestlers but have a terrible character. Do they ever get pushed? No. That look at Cesaro. Cesaro was an amazing wrestler, and they even gave him a title shot before, but they never gave him the title because unfortunately his character is just boring. They tried though with him, but yeah, just think about it. If you're not getting the fans' attention, you can't make it as a world champion.
This was a good talk. This was a real good episode. I like this one a lot. I definitely want to thank our guests for being here
My
and
boy.
giving us some interesting questions for sure.
My
And
boy.
yeah, man, this was really good. For episode 9, we won't have a guest. We will though be doing another top 5 ranking. Angel gave us an idea for the next one, so we'll do a top 5 ranking for episode 9, and then after that is 10, and 10 is the season finale, bro. We will be gone for a month after that because we will be getting ready for season 2. We're gonna be ironing out that shit, and man, season 2, like this whole season right here was just like a test to see what we need to do and what we gonna do moving forward, and even with our Discord server now, like how we got everything set up with our socials, like we were 100% got everything ironed out. So
We're learning.
y'all are definitely gonna love what we got going soon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that for everyone to check out the Discord if you guys like interacting with other wrestling, fans. We have a bunch of people on there now and we've been having discussions and you know, I think it's a fire way of us like all interacting with each
Yeah,
other. So
communicating with
definitely
each other.
if you're on Discord, check out the Discord. All our socials are on the link tree in our bio. So just check it out. You feel me?
Nope.
I just wanted to say one thing to the three of y'all. Like, thank you for having me, as well as y'all are doing such an amazing job. Like, Y'all are doing great, bro. The fact that y'all started this, y'all came up with an idea, and to have what's created now and building a community behind it, like you guys have so much potential for real. Like I support y'all 100%, 1000%. Like you got me. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to be
It's
big
it,
Appreciate
brother.
it. For real. Nah, for
it's
real.
amazing. I'm proud. I'm proud of you, Armand. I'm proud of you because we go way back,
No, for
and
real.
it's
Appreciate you,
great to
bro.
see
You my
y'all.
brother. For real.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, y'all are doing amazing. Like, I told my coworkers about it. I'm happy to see like-minded people when it comes to wrestling into a community that's not even toxic. It's all like a family. You know what I'm saying? It's an amazing experience to be a part of and to be even in the podcast talking to y'all and meeting y'all for the first time. It's an amazing experience. I'm forever grateful for it. But y'all are doing so great. I just wanted to say that. Keep going. I can't wait for season 2. I'm hyped that you actually announced that. I'm like, this is amazing. So I just wanted to say, like, y'all got it, bro.
Man, we really
Nah,
appreciate that, bro.
yeah,
That's love
Nah,
nah,
for
for real,
for
real.
real.
brother,
That
y'all.
is love.
That's
I'm
For
not gonna
real.
that's
lie. Yeah.
that's all we wanted
Really
was to make
appreciate
a
you, dude.
community of people
Oh God.
that are like minded like us and just none of the toxic shit and just have
Yeah.
people connect through wrestling, bro. Like that, it's a beautiful thing to see. I mean, that's how we connected was through wrestling. So
No facts.
to have other people in our server, become friends through that and stuff is just it's a
Dope.
blessing for real. It's a blessing.
Really
So yeah, we
grateful to
definitely
meet y'all
appreciate
too.
that.
On God. No bullshit.
Mm,
For real.
Same man.
that's good, man.
Heat
That's
discussions and
y'all
all
ever
that.
need a
Put
guest
that
too.
bullshit to the side. We chilling, bro. On me.
Yeah, man. But no,
Especially
man,
the rage bait.
we appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in. And again, we will see y'all in episode 9. Thank y'all, and that's it from us. Peace.